All right. Hello. I'm High Heel Knight. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to my Disney quarantine live stream thing, day 13. Only the 13th today. What feels like certainly not the first time in forever, but quite a bit of experience. Well, as often, I'm still setting up a few things, and I'm hoping a few guests will join me soon. I'm just checking messages here and getting some things finalized up. You know, you think after almost 2 weeks of doing this, I would be an ace at it, but oh, and well. Let me see. So let me just send some message. So kind of. Yeah. All right. So, okay. So I got some messages going. So today's theme is about dealing with the monotony of this experience. Over and over again in our lives, we wish we had more time. Oh, if we only had more time to do this. Oh, if we only had more time to do that. Oh, I just want to relax all day. Oh, I just want to break from it all. Well, now all of us are experiencing that in one format or another. So, yeah, we got the time, but the problem is we don't really have the opportunities. We don't have the options because so many things are being closed. And now that it's actually Easter weekend, today is Good Friday, normally people were going to church, to mass, or throwing type of Easter themed parties at school. And nope, none of that. And of course, Sunday is coming, and the president had hoped to potentially reopen the country by Easter. Nope. There are projections this might last all the way well into at least August, potentially even longer. That was up. Now I see. Oh, hey, there we go. Hey, Tina. Allowed it to you because the stream is done work because I don't use Safari. Okay, well, my good friend Tina Kim is here in the chat. She is a fantastic stand-up comedian and aspiring actress. She is wonderful. So I definitely thank you, Tina Kim, for coming in. Let me ask you first. I know you were slightly injured earlier. Are you feeling better? How are you doing on that situation? How are you doing? And she'll post a comment and while she gets that post up. There's about a 6-second delay. So once that comment goes up, I'll talk about it. But in the meantime, so hi, yeah. So in the meantime, some people have taken to learning new skills, especially masks, because now a lot of cities are issuing requiring wearing masks when you're in businesses. And even some cities that haven't issued those orders, but several businesses are doing it. As I mentioned yesterday, you go into ShopRite, you go into various grocery stores and various businesses, everybody needs to wear a mask in order to even get into the building. And that can be very stressful. Oh yeah, she said she was sitting on the couch for so long that she tweaked her back. I want to post that up here on the screen for a moment. Yeah. Yes, that it's just we all want time to relax, but now we have nothing but time to relax and no place to go. So let me ask this, Tina, one of the questions I was going to ask other people, hopefully they'll be joining in soon. If not, then not. But if you could, the president said he wanted to open the country by Easter. For argument's sake, let's say he said, you know what, next week, Sunday through Saturday, everybody go back to what you're doing. Everything's open up. Just theoretically, everything is open up. What are some of the things you would want to do during that time frame? It could be something as simple as going to the park. If there's something, as Rachel says, taking a flight to another state or another country. What's something that you would love to do if you could next week? If the president said, you know what, we're open for business, everyone back to normal for 1 week. I would definitely go to see a movie in a theater, because as wonderful as streaming is, I love the theater experience. And I would probably go to a mall just to watch people, just to talk to people, just to interact with people. I would definitely find a place selling some shoes and just enjoy their side of high heels, because I love high heels. But yeah, I don't think I would do anything else. I would go see my nieces and nephews, say hi to them, because I miss them, and I don't know if they miss me, but they have definitely missed them. So yeah, I would just go out and just interact and things like that. One of my friends, she and her boyfriend wanted to go to the park for the weekend. That's something that they normally doing, but the park's likely going to be closed the weekend because the city's thinking, well, people are going to the park during Easter. Easter's coming. We got to keep these separated, so we're going to close the park. So yeah, Tina, what would you do if you could do anything at this time? Another thing we're going to talk about is, yesterday my father was saying, oh, let me hold on, I got to put the banner. This is what happens when you work by yourself. You got to remember everything. So let me edit this as we wait for Tina to respond. So, all right, I just got to scroll the banner out, and I see you posted a comment here. Sorry. Like I said, I've been doing this for a week, and the good news is, by the time this whole ordeal is over, I'll probably be a master at streaming. Got plenty of time to learn and figure out the kinks and things like that. So who knows, maybe by the time this is all said and done. All right, so let's see what's going on here. My friends at the CrossFit gym and eat with them, and these friends and restaurant go eat together. Yes, just plain interacting, definitely with exercising. My father, he used to go to the seniors center to do exercising. Now he's been doing the exercise at home. But my best friend, she loves going to the gym in her apartment complex. She can't do that. She loves going for a run every once in a while. I mean, you can still technically do that, but it's kind of hard to do if people are expecting you to wear a mask or things like that. And it's sort of just no fun to be out there by yourself. I mean, sure, you want to be alone and in the zone, but if you're running about and no one's around, that kind of feels odd. But yeah, people are social creatures, and we need that social. We are meant to interact with people. I remember Waterworld, the movie Waterworld, which is one of the biggest bombs in Hollywood history. But there's a mentioning, say, like a person knew that land had to exist beforehand because people have legs. Legs were meant for walking and running, and so obviously, why would they have legs if it was a planet of water this whole time? I see someone else might have joined the stream. If so, hello and welcome. The counter just randomly goes up and down sometimes. So let me so the next thing. So Tina, since you are a professional professional entertainer, some entertainers have been using Zoom and live streams to keep up their skills or just do something different. So like some entertainers have held little concerts. Matthew McConaughey earlier this week hosted a bingo showcase. Another comedian, I don't know if you've heard of her, named Jackie Crenshaw. She tested out some new material for her fans. I was part of that live stream. Melissa Villasenor did a live stream of some new comedy she worked on. So as an entertainer, once your back gets, I guess, a little settled in, is that something you think you might be interested in doing? Maybe just go on a sub live stream for yourself and just try out some new material or pitch some new ideas that you have for sitcoms and things like that. Would that something like that be appealing for an entertainer like yourself? Me, as I said, I'm learning live streams. I was thinking about once this series is over, because tomorrow's the last day of the series, that I definitely want to get back to art. And over on Twitch, there's all types of categories for art. So I'm thinking maybe I can just practice getting more art, stream that on Twitch, and who knows, maybe I'll get some extra followers. Or maybe I won't, but it would be a nice way to pass the time. And another thing is, some people, oh, wait a minute, someone's coming in. Hey, there they are. All right, wonderful. Give me a thumbs up when you're ready. You're sort of off center at the moment. Oh, wait, there you are. All right, give me a thumbs up when you're ready. All right. All right. Hello, welcome. You look so gorgeous as always. So these are my very wonderful friends, Jill Olanter and Hideaway. In the stream right now is another friend of mine. Her name's Tina Kim. She's a professional comedian. She's over in the West Coast. She's dealing with a bit of a back spasm this week, but she's been interacting on the chat section because there's something going on with her link or anything like that. But basically, just say hi to Tina Kim for us, please.
Hi.
All right, and just to catch you guys up, so as you know, we're talking about dealing with the monotony that's going on. Hideaway suggested today's lyric, which is, then I'll stretch, maybe sketch, take a climb, so address from when will my life begin? From Tangle. So earlier I asked Tina, like, if the president, he said he wanted to open the country up, hopefully by Easter. Obviously not going to happen, but theoretically speaking, if he were to say, you know what, Sunday through Saturday next week, we're open for business, do as usual. So you guys, what would you do if you could? Think about it. I'm going to show you Tina Kim, what she said here earlier. She said, just want to go join friends at CrossFit gym, eat with them, visit friends at a restaurant, eat together. I was saying that I would go to a movie theater, because as wonderful as streaming is, I like going to the movie theaters. And just go to a mall and just watch people. Definitely go to a shoe store, look at some high heels just to be in the presence. But, what would you guys do if next week the country's over for business?
Go out to eat.
Yeah.
In a particular place, in a particular restaurant, in a particular thing, or just go out?
Just go out. The to-go orders are not the same.
All right, wonderful. And another thing I asked her is that some entertainers, they've been using the live streams to help entertain people. For instance, there's another comic named Jackie Crishaw. She practiced some new material with her fans, and I watched the live stream. An actress named Melissa Villaseñor, she tried some new material with her live stream. So I asked Tina, like, would she be interested in potentially doing that? Now, this is what she just responded. I'm too lazy, but I'm thinking about it because my fans keep asking me to talk about things that I'm doing, just lazy, and I know I need to be more on YouTube. So, but I would like to speak to that laziness, because for me, I have all this time, and I do have some projects I've been meaning to get out, but it's like, it's hard for me to keep up the enthusiasm. Even though I have all this time, it's like, I'm in front of the computer. And Jill Olanter, you work, through a computer. And Hideaway, I don't know if you work through a computer. It's like you're at home and you work from home. So even though you have time to do other things, you're still at home, and just drains on you. Have you been feeling anything like that?
Yeah, I feel like I'm working more than I was in the office.
Mm. And how about yourself, Hideaway? Or what? Or do you work from home also, or you go to work?
Yeah, I work from home, but I was actually working from home before all of this, so it's not much different. But I know for myself, it's still a weird situation, because just knowing the freedom isn't out there to do what we want.
Mm. Well, let me say this. Along with entertainers trying new things, some folks have been very creative. So, for instance, a lot of couples they want to maintain date night. So I learned that one couple they taught themselves the dance from Dirty Dancing, the big indie dance. And a lot of people are learning TikTok. I looked at TikTok. I was like, no, I don't want to learn this. But hey, now that we got nothing to do, maybe I should learn TikTok. It just seems so ridiculous. So, assuming that what is something that as a talent that you might think, hey, maybe I should try it. Like, what's a new talent or skill or something that maybe you say, you know what, I got all this time. Let me see if I can learn this or do this or try this together. And by the way, Tina Kim, thank you very much for subscribing. Thank you for subscribing. And also, Tina, what else would you, if your back wasn't giving you a problem, what new skill, and you weren't lazy, not to say you were lazy, I'm just saying, basically it's about like, if you had that energy, you know what, I got the time to do this, what am I going to do with it? So Jill Lantern, Hideaway, what would you want to learn to do or new to do?
Well, I think we both have kind of our own thing that we're doing in our own houses. Like he's painting miniatures. You'd think they were really cool. Actually, we'll have to show you, like miniatures from different games and stuff.
Yeah.
And I've taken up running outside, walking, jogging, which I have never been a fan of. But when they won't let you in the gym, that's kind of all there is. So I've started doing that. But as far as something together, I mean, we're just getting through a lot of movies and television shows that were all on the list.
Yeah.
Most of the stuff we do together is active stuff, so that's tough to think of. We're gonna dye Easter eggs tomorrow. Does that count?
Hey, there we go. Send me some pictures of that. That sounds fun. Maybe I should do that too. I got eggs. Although be careful because eggs are starting to get too shortage also. So don't do too many because eggs. Never mind. Eggs you still eat them. What am I thinking? I'm thinking of art. yeah. Never mind.
We've been cooking a lot together too.
You've been what now?
Cooking.
Yay! Wonderful. All right. Well, let me ask this. So yesterday, my father was talked about when he was growing up. They had shop classes for the guys, home economics for the girls, and as far as I know, those classes aren't really available. I mean, there's still elements of it, but as far as I know, they don't have it. I certainly didn't have when I was growing up, unfortunately. Once this all settles down, and Tina Kim, I don't know if I know you spend the majority of your life here in the United States. Oh, wait a minute, here we go. She says she's been cooking a lot and watching YouTube tutorials on cakes and cookies. Yes. And actually, there's people on Twitch that are just cooking things, and so my father did watch a lot of how-to stuff. Everyone's going to have to learn how to make their own masks. But once this, so I'm asking all you guys, once this is all said and done, do you think schools should go back to having basic life skill classes? Won't be home economics or shop, but maybe we need to get sewing back in, garment repair, because hey, I still need to fix my elastic. I've been trying to fix it for 2 days. So yeah, do you think schools should go back to doing those kind of classes or teaching some basic skills about cooking, about garment repair, about carpentry and things like that?
I had home economics in middle school. And we learned to sew a button, and then we made basic food. I remember you could invite a teacher at the end of the quarter to come and eat. We had like a cooking day, and you invited a teacher to come and eat with you.
Nice. Any classes for you there, Hideaway? Any special classes?
No, I didn't have any of that. It might have been available, but I chose not to take it because I'm lazy. Or I was doing all the theater stuff. But
Yeah, I think that's super important because
Mhm.
I don't know, the thought process would be, well, kids can learn it from their parents, but the more we go into a generation where the parents haven't learned it, it's just a vicious cycle where people don't know how to do some things that are very easy. I mean, even how to do laundry or something like that. Like yes, I think that should be part of a required learning. What do you think?
Yes, definitely, definitely. I think it should be part of the curriculum now that we've experienced this, because we get used to conveniences and then we forget how to go the old ways. It's like, wait a minute, life existed before the microwave, before the computer, before Uber, before all this life has a house. I tell you, years ago, when I was in my apartment, my microwave went down. I was like, okay, how do I make food? I know I can cook food. There's a way to make food before I got a microwave. And it took me like a good 20 minutes for me to remember the stove, even though I probably walked by the stove like 12 times as I paced around my apartment. So yeah, now with that stated, Jill Lantern, I know you love zombies, and there's always the question of zombie apocalypse. I'm very thankful that we don't have the undead running around. This is a very light apocalypse. But so for yourself, Mr. Hideaway, Tina, this is also for you. Let's say we were on some type of major apocalypse and we formed a community. What is a skill that you would want to be the specialist of? Let's say like hunting, fishing, field medicine, ironworks, carpentry, combat, historian. What would you want your specialty to be?
That's a great question.
Huh.
Well, definitely not medicine because I'm not trained in that. So that would be a terrible idea.
I have unsteady hands, so I can't do medicine. I learned that when I was a kid. I was like, I want to be doctor. Then I realized this shaking is not going to stop.
Maybe for me, something with like planning for the community, like planning the meals and when to plant the crops and rationing things out and what we need and how to, yeah, just kind of the day-to-day organization of planning. Does that make sense?
Yeah, you want to be the organizer. You want to be
Yeah.
manager, basically. All right, but I would like you to think of at least one practical skill, because ideally you want to teach others and you want to make sure you're participating as opposed to just telling folks what to do. Because even when you're doing a good job, if you're only seen as doing, telling people what to do, that'll be it. So let me think of a practical skill. Ms. Hideaway, what would be like something of your practical skill or for our community?
I'd probably be food. I don't think I have nothing I could really bring to the table. I'd probably just be the mule. Let me just go do. If you need something done, I'll go do it. But yeah, that's.
No, well, tell you what, I'll let you think about it because I let Tina Kim's reply. She says storyteller, entertainer. And before everyone knew how to read and write, and even the technology, the paper, parchment to maintain our history. History was told through stories. So yeah, definitely the historian and entertainer would be important so that we can remember things going on. And she also has mentioned drafting charts. So the cartographer, the organizer, and life skills. I haven't caught up with The Walking Dead, but I do remember one episode where the young girl's like, "Why do I need to learn to read? When I'm going to use that?" But there are still labels, there's still instructions, there's still things you need to pass on in the future. So yeah, definitely being the storyteller, historian, entertainer, drafting the charts, that would be important. Myself, obviously I do like entertaining overall. But I would probably want to, if I could, be carpentry or plumbing. No, plumbing would be my thing, because as I told my family earlier in the year, like, hey, I knew I was going to spend so much of my life in the bathroom, I would have pursued plumbing instead of artistry. I'd probably be a millionaire by now or have my own business. So yeah, I'll pay my thing because the waste has to go somewhere.
This is true.
So plumbing, waste management, you know, it's a filthy job, but someone has to do it. And considering my biology, is probably just best I learned that kind of skill. Someone's messaged me on Twitter here. Hold on for a moment. Hold on. Oh, it's not a point. It's a totally separate issue. I commented on a YouTube video about she was playing Resident Evil 3, and I didn't really like the video, but I loved her hair. Her hair was gorgeous. She used to be this weird curl thing. Now it's nice and straight and flowing. So totally different subject.
Okay.
But yeah, probably plumbing with you. So now that I try to more think, what practical skill you think you might do with Joel Lantern?
So mine would be with the food and the cooking and the crops. I really like to grow. I have a little garden on my balcony. I really like plants. So I feel like I could harvest some crops and things too.
Okay, cool. Wonderful. Well, I know that you guys said you're going to be briefly, and I actually covered everything pretty much. So let me just say this. Going into this weekend, normally it'd be time of celebration. What are your plans for the weekend? And Tina, you know, what are your plans for the weekend besides nursing that, back? Do you have plans, or is just like more of the same going to be for you guys?
Yeah, just more of the same. Really,
That's not true.
It is true.
We have Easter plans.
Yeah, but that was going to be the next part. More of the same of sitting around.
Oh, no, tell me.
Sunday is Easter.
Yeah, so well, tell me what they are, Joe. Tell me what they are.
I don't even know.
Besides,
We're gonna dye eggs.
Yeah.
So
we're gonna dye eggs, and we are having a big Easter meal on Sunday. And maybe an Easter egg hunt.
That is wonderful.
That corner, it might be hidden there. Like, what are you talking about?
You'll see.
And hopefully the cats won't mess with it. One of my friends, her cat just ruined her wedding shoes. So.
Why? She already got married.
Oh yeah, she already got married. She's been married for a couple of years, but you save your wedding dress, you save the wedding shoes, and they're unique shoes. So
yeah,
like some type of unique design shoes.
The wedding is
so
already
Tina, and Tina, if you're serious, let me know what your plan for the weekend is, if anything. My plan, well, I was supposed to start working at Amazon, but they called and said, well, we got to reschedule you because, well, they didn't call. I had to call them because, like, hey, it says show up on Friday at 5:15, but I also need this email to watch this orientation. Haven't got the orientation, so am I showing up or not? And finally, the lady said, okay, your schedule got cleared, so you're good on your end. We just got to make some new scheduling opportunities, so just wait. And they'll eventually call me. Like, okay. So tomorrow I'm good to stay in. I was playing, I don't wake up early, right? Like, no, you're fine. So I've been watching my email like a hawk. So my plan was to start my job. Now I guess I'll work on videos more. Tomorrow is the final of this series, the 2-week series. So I'm trying to think of a nice little finale time topic. I had an idea for couples, but you know what? I want at least 2 couples for that experience. Hopefully that, if by the time that comes around, hopefully you guys might participate. But I have a great idea for couples. So I'm gonna save that for later. But yeah, I need to think of a nice finale for tomorrow. All right. Well, I guess I don't know if Tina's going to share her plans for the weekend or not, but let me at least end with the topic, life lesson for the day. I'm going to switch my camera here. So give me a moment. Oh, goodness. Give me a moment. What the? It's not connected. Why is it not connected? Oh. Oh, goodness. Again, you think I'd get the hang of this by now? All right, here we go. 3, 2, oh, wait a minute. Here we go. She posted, try not to eat too much and hopefully find another drama that I will binge watch. Korean drama. Oh. That's what Korea. She's Korean. I think when she came, I think was maybe 3 years old when she was very young, but she's spent the majority of her life here, and her family's here in Washington State, I believe. It's either Washington State or California. I am not sure, but it is on that end of the country. But yeah, with the going back to the eating, someone posted on Facebook, the government is suggesting people wear masks indoors, not to protect from coronavirus, but to stop you from eating so much. I've had to watch my snacking as well. All right. Let's see my other camera's finally on. All right, here we go. There it is. All right, so we're zooming in. There we go. So today's life motto improvement. And Tina says I am right about her background. So hooray. Yeah, see, I was paying attention. I wasn't just listening to you because I was, she has a series of jokes about Asian lovers, how some guys who just make passes at her because she's Asian, especially on like dating sites and things. Even if she says she wants a particular type, they'll all dive in simply because she's Asian. So I do like Asian gals, but yeah, I do pretend. I also pay attention to what you're saying in the comedy. She is very funny as well as attractive. So the life is too short to be. Am I stressed? Hopefully I spelled this right the first time because this marker is dying. There it is. Life is too short to be stressed. So Tina, all this month, Jill Lantern and I have been doing daily mottos from what, Pinterest? Did you get it from Pinterest or something like that?
Yeah, it's a little life challenge.
Yeah, so today's motto is life is too short to be stressed. And Tina thanks me for the compliment about her being attractive as well as funny. So yes, it's very excellent performer she is, as well as being quite, and she works out. She takes cycling classes. So she's really gotten herself in really excellent shape, especially the GAMs. The GAMs are, she can give you a good run for your money, Joel Lantern. It's like neck and neck in that part. Anyway, life is too short to be stressed. And so these is definitely a stressful time, but things are still positive overall. We still overall have our overall good health. Of course, Tina's dealing with her back, but still, we still have good things going. Life is still operating. Public works are still operating. We have this way of connecting with each other better than ever. So we just got to lean on each other and try not to be stressed too much. There will be stress, but we have options. Despite not being able to go to the parks or the beach or the museums, in certain cases, church, things like that. You guys, am I still on?
Mm-hmm. Or
figuring out how to do live streams. Things are very good. And I'm very thankful that it's not as bad as it can be. And I'm very thankful that I have you guys to share this experience with. I'm very glad that Tina Kim was able to join in for this session. And I'm glad for all the other friends and family that have joined in. And I really appreciate what's going on. I appreciate you guys and I appreciate the world. You guys have like last minute positive thing you want to say out before we close?
Happy Easter.
There we go. Happy. All right. Well, so thank you once again. Thank you, Tina Kim. Thank you, Jill Lantern. Thank you, Ms. Hideaway. Thank you, anyone else who rewatches this broadcast. We have one more in this Disney quarantine stream tomorrow. I will probably have it late night, possibly 10 p.m. or 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Hopefully give as many people as possible to come in if as possible. But in the meantime, thank you very much for watching. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. And remember, find inspiration everywhere. Bye, everyone.